Hey everyone, welcome to Pageant Professors. Today we're talking about Victoria's Secret fashion show. And if you're like us, you definitely tune into the show. And as entertaining as it was, we learned a lot about poise, confidence, commanding that stage, and most importantly, having a lot of fun while you're at it.
So today we're going to talk about how to take some of those lessons that we learned from the Victoria's Secret fashion show and how you can apply them to your pageant career and hopefully help improve some areas that you've been working on.
So, let's start with their strut. The Victoria's Secret Angels are, famous for their long stride and really commanding that runway.
Yeah, I mean, it's fierce, but it's actually really sexy, and they make sure to maintain their femininity while kind of keeping control of the stage and making sure that all eyes are on them.
Oh, definitely, for sure. And I love their facial expressions when they're coming down the runway. That is something that is really key and appropriate for, your swimsuit competition.
Yeah, it's easy to get nervous and forget what your face does. We all do that, yeah. But really try to make a conscious effort to keep a smile on your face. Be flirty and fun. If you notice the Angels, they threw in winks every now and again. They really had a little giggle. They were having a good time, and that's the best thing on stage. A lot of judges look for who's actually enjoying the time that they're up there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And speaking about the judges, the Victoria's Secret Angels, they looked at one specific camera and just really sold what they were wearing. Yeah. So take that and look at each judge individually and really just sell yourself to them, because that's what you're there for.
Yeah, I mean, I would just imagine, as the Victoria's Secret Angels did with the cameras, just pretend that there was a judge there instead. Really make sure to connect with them so you're not just another girl on stage, but they remember you.
So speaking of eye contact, just because you're on your way backstage doesn't mean that your time on the stage is necessarily over. Feel free to give a look back to the judges, smile at the audience. Again, your time on the stage has not yet been over.
Yeah, and that time on stage, I think, is really valuable. A lot of things that you'll notice in pageants is there's kind of a cross, like one girl coming on the stage and another leaving. Find a way to deviate. I mean, it sounds kind of mean, but you really want the judges, even though the new girl is coming on stage, you still want them to be looking at you. So whether that's looking back behind your shoulder or giving a wink to the audience, make sure that people still know that you're on the stage and you're using that time to the best of your ability.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just because some other girl is on stage at the moment while you are, you should really try to draw as much attention to yourself as possible.
Yeah, anytime you're on that stage, you want everybody looking at you. Doesn't matter who else is up there, even if it's all the contestants or one other. You want to be the one to shine.
So even though the Angels were, wearing lingerie, of course, there are definitely some lessons to be learned about how they walked with their wings and all of their various props. And so at some point, you might be asked to have your swimsuit along with a sarong. So make sure you practice with that sarong so it doesn't distract from your pageant presentation, the swimsuit, and definitely your walk.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Practice makes perfect. And if you know your pageant, or even if you don't know, it's good to be prepared. Practice with a sarong and, try to make sure you know when you're going to remove it, how you're going to tie it, on what side. All those little details matter. You only have a few minutes or a few seconds actually on stage, so you want to use the best of it. And props are actually something that are showing up all over the pageant scene. I think Miss California USA last year allowed big necklaces. Yeah. I think some of the girls had gloves or feathers. You can really get creative with those things and have something that really draws attention, but just make sure that the attention is on you and not on your props.
Yeah, I agree. And you just mentioned time. You only have a few seconds to make a really great impression, and so make the most of the stage time that you have. So make sure you hit all of your points at the right time. Pause at each one of those, and make sure that you really have the attention on you while you're on stage.
Yeah, just like the Victoria's Secret Angels, you want to make an impression.
And as you know, it's really hard, pretty much impossible to fake fitness in lingerie, let alone a swimsuit. So it's so important in the months leading up to your pageant to focus on healthy eating habits and definitely exercise and fitness.
Yeah, that's something that the Victoria's Secret Angels definitely have down pat. They've got amazing bodies, but getting those bodies was definitely not easy. Really focusing on healthy eating habits and working out are key. Lingerie and swimsuit bikinis cover about the same amount, so you can expect to want to look like them come your competition. We even have some tips and videos like Karen's Beauty Juice that are a great way to get your 5 servings of vegetable and your nutrients if you're looking for some healthy tips.
Well, we love the segment where they had the Victoria's Secret capes on, and as funny as it may sound, choosing your own superpower is one of the most common pageant questions out there. So definitely have that answer in your back pocket.
Yeah, it was really adorable when they went around and kind of did a quick interview for each of the Victoria's Secret Angels, asking them about their superpower. But anytime you see questions like that on Victoria's Secret Fashion Show or other live coverage, think about what you would answer. Anytime there's a question anywhere, really, think about what your answer would be. It's a good way to prepare for the questions that are out there.
Yeah, I think it's fun that there are some fun pageant questions out there. Not everything is about, education or politics or, topics that are so serious.
Right, they're good fluff questions.
Definitely.
So before we go, Nicole, we have to talk about Orlando Bloom
and
Miranda Kerr. They were so cute. I don't know if any of you guys saw Orlando Bloom in the audience supporting his wife, Victoria's Secret model Miranda Kerr, but it really struck me as how important it is to bring your friends and family to your pageant or your show. I don't think there's anything better than being on stage and being nervous and stressed out, and then to hear your friends and family yelling. I think it just makes you feel like $1,000,000.
Absolutely. And Allie just wrote a great article on team spirit and how best your family and friends can support you from the audience. So definitely check it out.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
Did you know that there are some really common mistakes that girls make during the evening gown portion of their competition? Click on the link in the description below and you'll be taken to our website for a free 30-minute long training course. By the end of it, you'll learn how to avoid these common mistakes and master the evening gown portion of your competition today.